I'll demonstrate the eNote server we made at Learning Lab for uploading eNotes and distributing them to websites like Mathematikit, the website looking like this. And just to recap what an eNote is, it could be an agenda for a course, like we had agendas for the various days on this course here. So this textual content is made as an eNote. Exercises on this website as well. If you click an exercise, the exercise you see here, including the hints and the result buttons we have here with this interactive functionality, is also made by an eNote. And then finally, the eNotes as found here. This is basically the textbook of the whole course. Is also a lot of eNotes collected with links directly to subsections of the various eNotes, like this one. So it's a lot of math material written in LaTeX. We call it an eNote. It's online in HTML and PDF and so on. But let's go to the LaTeX code. So as an example, I've taken the exercises from this course, and if I just compile it to a document, you can see how this document looks as a PDF file. So this is exercises for the first day in week 1, and as you can see, the exercise text is here, and there are also hints and the results shown directly in the document, as you can see here. So obviously this is not a document for students. This is the document for the author, and in this document he easily sees the different parts of his composition. So I'll make a little change, which is innocent, hopefully, by changing a little text here. And save. And usually you would regenerate just to check if the change you made is okay and so on. But this is not a course in LaTeX. So basically what I'll do is I'll shut down this, and I'll show you that currently the exercise on the website looks exactly like we would expect. So if we go to Lektioner and the first day and the first task we had right here, then you'll see that online currently we have the old text that I showed just before, which were in the document before I changed it. So this is what is currently online, and I'll show you how the change I just made could be made online. So what you do is you link up your eNote with SVN. So using an SVN client of some sort, I don't know what you prefer, if it's could be Tortoise SVN or whatever, but anyway, I use the text prompt here. So I say commit small change innocent, and there we go. So basically now it's sending the document that I just changed to the server, and in a moment we'll see how this is reflected. So what I have done here is I've logged into eNotes DTU, no, not eNotes DTU, but eNotes Learning Lab DTU DK. This is the administrative interface for eNotes. And here you see all the eNotes, including the one from, I just changed the exercises for week 1 to 3 on the course. And what I can do here is select this one and say I want to update from SVN. And that's exactly what happened now. I can see from this log information that that particular file I had just changed has been updated. It's the one we see right here. So in fact, this process worked. The file is updated on the server, and the next step, as you can see, is that it needs a little time to generate the HTML and the PDF version of the exercises. This is a cron job that the server will run once within 5 minutes, so we'll have to wait for that to complete. In this interface, I can show you a few other things, because not only can you manage your eNotes by updating from SVN, and you can also copy them live, because what we have is a separation between live and preview. So what we currently do is we see documents in the preview, and here we can check if the changes we made are converted correctly to HTML and PDF. And before that point, before we know if that's the case, we don't want to make it public to the course. So there's this buffer. And when we have confirmed that the documents were correctly updated to the website, to the server, we can copy it to become live. And I'll show you that as well. So maybe we refresh here and if we are lucky, we will see the generating message disappear. Not yet. But let's take a look at the eNotes we have up here. We take eNote number 2, about linear equations. We can watch a PDF version of this particular eNote, and it looks like this. As you can see, this is beautiful math, isn't it? We have made quite a big deal out of including colors in the eNotes and building the eNotes in blocks. So what you see is that we have here an example, then we have some body text, we have another example, we have an exercise, and this is a little environment which is like a notice, like, hey, did you think of, or be aware of, and so on. So we have in our preamble for the text files included certain environments that is supported by the server as well. We think this makes for a very great document structure where it's very easy to see the different blocks. In this case, we have a theorem and then an example again and so on. So we get really pretty books out of it. So if we go back here, what we see is also the HTML version of the same thing. And I can click on the same document, and here we see it as HTML. I admit that this is really for administrators at this point in time, because you see HTML code and you see also the content and some debug information over here. But I'm just showing you what we're doing right now. But you probably will see that's quite formatted in the same way, and it looks pretty much the same on the internet as HTML as well as in the PDF file. Okay, but now we come to one of the really nifty features. So first of all, I need to select a few things up here, but as soon as that is done, what I can do is I can say, okay, I want eNote number 1, 2, or 2, 3, and 4, 5. I want these collected into a single PDF file. And I press the PDF button, and I can now say, yes, I want the whole book, but I don't want exercises, and I don't want proofs included. Give me a PDF for screen. And then the server is working a little bit now on this custom request for a PDF file, including these 4 eNotes. And then again, you get a technical link, and you click this link. So what you see is the eNote 2. Let's see if we find the end of it. Okay, there's some scrolling to do. And there, now we get to the end of eNote 2 and eNote 3. So it continues as we expected. And if we are looking for theorems, are we getting any theorems? No. Are we seeing any orange environments for exercises? No, we are not, because we deselected those. But a more powerful example of this would be if I show you how it looks if I ask for a collection of formulas. And let's say I want to include the summary. But first, okay, we just take the formulas. So I click here. And what we see is now only the blue environments, which are theorems, formulas, and so on. And this is very powerful, we think, because in this way, from the textbook, people can extract a formula collection directly by just clicking this button. And they see exactly the same formatting used for their collection of formulas than as they did in the actual textbook that they read previously on the course. So there's a lot of recognition involved in this, and we think this is a very powerful idea that we can do this. Of course, we could create a collection of examples if we wanted to, and as you also saw, there was an option configured for this particular case where you could say, yes, I want the summary page as well included. So the document I get now will have the summary page included as well in the end. So not only all the theorems and definitions, but also the summary page, which we didn't have before, and so on. That's the idea. So let's go and take a look at the main interface again and see if we got any further with the exercises. So what you see right now is that the exercises are not generating anymore. They are actually ready, so I can check the PDF version. So how does it look? Yes, my change has been committed, and as HTML I want to check it out as well. Is the change committed? Yes, the change is committed, as you can see. And we go back. If we go to the portal where this content is included, you will still see, if I reload the page, you'll still see that on this page we have the old text shown here, but this is only a question of time, because in a moment I'll publish what I did over in the eNote server. So I go back to the eNote server, I will click this link. You can also see that it tells me the revision is different in live. The revision is 437, but the revision I just made is 438. And I now click here, I copy to live, and it copied the files that I wanted to have live. And if we go here and reload, oh behold, the change has been committed to the live website. So there you see, this is the process that any person maintaining eNotes has to go through in order to get it online. Actually, you can even bypass these manual steps that you saw in the administrative interface and configure the whole system to automatically go live and automatically update, etc. So essentially the only thing you have to do is to commit to SVN. If you do that, you need to be pretty sure that you don't make any mistakes in your LaTeX files, because still you need to follow a certain formatting which is in accordance with the preambles that we have defined, and there are certain things to observe if you want your eNotes to go through smoothly. So but if you're cool with that, you can actually have a completely automatic process. Otherwise, you need to log in and publish those things that you want to publish. So this is the eNotes vision and the server that we built so far, and what it can do for you. And we are thrilled to extend the functionality with even more interactivity and more environments and ideas as other technical areas of science will come to us, and because right now it's developed for math, and we want to include other technical sciences as well, of course, and adapt our system to serve them as well.